Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing great. So today I want to show you something. I want to share something very, very powerful with you because it's going to really help you to get to the next level. Here it is. You got to stop making this mistake. So what is the mistake that we make? You're probably doing it right now. You're doing it as we speak. Maybe even as you're watching this video, you're doing it. It is so unconscious. It is so routine that you probably didn't even realize that you were doing it, or you probably didn't even think serious about it. So what is this mistake? This mistake will literally stop you in your tracks. It will cut your manifestation off. It will prevent you from getting what you want. So let me reveal the mistake to you, and I'm going to show you how you can fix it. Here we go. The mistake is this. We all make this every day. Stop doubting yourself. Repeat that. Self-doubt is the #1 destroyer of your dreams, of your vibration, of your creation. Stop doubting yourself. Let me show you something. Give me an analogy for you. It's a bottle of water here. Water, in its true essence, has no shape. It is fluidity. But the interesting thing about water is water actually adjusts or adopts shape to anything it comes in contact with. See this bottle? It took the shape of the bottle. So what is the point of this water? How is this water related to my self-doubt? Well, check this out. Your body is 60% water, comprised of water. As a matter of fact, your heart and your brain is 73% water. Get a little deeper. Your lungs, 83% comprised of water material. Your entire being is fluidity. In other words, I use the water as an example to show you who you are, that your true essence is you are a formless being. This body you're looking at, this is just a shell. This is just what I call my avatar. You have one too. So when you doubt yourself, you cut off from taking shape like the water. See this? When you doubt yourself, you prevent yourself from getting whatever you want. Just like the water can take the shape of a bottle. It can take the shape of money. It can take the shape of anything. You have that ability. You have the ability to get anything you want because you are a part of it. But when you self-doubt, when you doubt yourself, when you question yourself, when you're like, man, I don't know, man, should I? I'm just not good enough. Man, I don't think I deserve it. I mean, let me ask so-and-so. When you start to doubt yourself, when you start to value other people's opinions over yours, when you start to seek trust or things in other people, when you compare yourself to other people, you are cutting off your fluidity from creating the life you want. Let me repeat that again. When you do these things, you're cutting off your fluidity. You're cutting off your true creative power, your true creative being. That's what you do when you do self-doubt. Now, self-doubt is very dangerous. Let me show you why it's so dangerous and how it works. See, self-doubt becomes natural to us because when we were young and we were growing up, it was natural for us to think that our life is not by design. It's our life were designed, and actually your life is designed to struggle. That struggle creates self-doubt. We weren't taught to love ourselves. Maybe your parents didn't love you. Maybe they did some abusive things to you and you said, oh man, I don't deserve it. Whatever the cause is, it is a faulty map of our reality. What self-doubt does, it takes you away from your true self. Remember now, this formless being of energy, this particles of light and quantum establishment that you are, you now become limited. So just like that water now, you are limited to the certain space. See, if you put water in a little space now, the water doesn't have to go anywhere. But to show you how powerful you are, water can go through anything. It shapes and go around. But what happens is when you become limited, you cut off that supply. Instead of going to those channels to get where you want to go, you just stop. You become stagnant, like stagnant water. It just stays there. It's not flowing. There's no vibration. There's no movement. This is what happens when you doubt yourself. Self-doubt is very critical because what happens in the mind is there's two things at play in your mind. See, you have your true self, your true essence of that true being of who you are, and then you have your ego. So false self. that was created by other people. So it becomes so difficult because you're so used to this, right? You look in the mirror every day, that's what you see. You see this false self. You see other people around you, the same thing. So they're reverberating back to you what you think is a fact or a truth. So you adjust yourself. Then through other people, you see people around you, maybe they're not doing the things you can do, or they're just struggling, or they're just doubting like you. So you say, hey man, it's normal for me to doubt. No, it's not. When you doubt yourself, you give up your power. You're not there. Your entire body is water, man. Your body, all of us, we are mainly empty space. Whoa, right? Sounds crazy? It's actually a fact. Everything in your cell, between your cells, are empty space of particles and atoms. So you have the fluidity, so you can adjust and become anything you want. Repeat that again. You can adjust and become anything you desire. So, how do I remove self-doubt? Why is self-doubt so dangerous again? Well, self-doubt does, remember now, if you're not your true self, if you don't believe in yourself, if you're not attuned to who you are, then what you are or what you want to create cannot be attuned to you. Point blank. So that's why it's so powerful, because when you self-doubt, you aren't creating anymore. You're not connected to yourself. You're not you. If you're not you, you can't create. You're just gonna get what's being created or whatever's coming to you through your ego mind. So okay, Mark. That's a good point. Now, so how can I remove self-doubt? Well, self-doubt is going to take a little practice, but you can do it. So let me share some tips with you that you can use right now, that you can just kind of, remove your self-doubt and get going. So here's the number one tip to remove self-doubt. You have to start to see an image of yourself in the mind's eye. That's the most powerful way that you can remove self-doubt. Because what that does is going to convince your subconscious or unconscious mind that that image you're seeing is how you truly are on the outside. And then that's going to change your beliefs. It's going to change your vibration. And you're going to start to believe in yourself. So number one, start picturing your mind's eye. Okay, who would I like to become? What do I see myself doing? What would I see myself creating in my life? Okay, you start to do that. Big tip. Number two, you got to stop valuing other people's opinion over yours. Not saying that you shouldn't listen, be open-minded. What I'm saying is, when you listen to other people's opinion, here's what you can do now. Question it and ask yourself inside. Just say to yourself, is this true? Am I really this? What should I do? Just ask yourself, because now you're communicating with your higher version, that powerful version of you, and then nothing's going to stop that. So that's how you're going to remove self-doubt. So in the mind's eye, and don't question. And also now, to another powerful way that you could remove self-doubt is practice meditating. Because when you meditate, you're always pulling information in. See, when we meditate, information comes in. That's mean new knowledge, new power, new guidance. Okay, so that's how you could remove self-doubt. And then an easy, powerful way too is through subliminals. Powerful subconscious subliminals that will bombard your mind and tell your mind that I'm powerful, I'm confident, I trust myself. Because all of that comes there. The self-doubt is really coming from your subconscious, but it's really triggered through your ego, your conscious mind. See what your ego does, because it has this false self here, what I call this avatar. It programs and feeds your subconscious mind to incite it to believe it more. Your subconscious mind says, hey, okay, I'm doing it. But look, the most important thing I want you to get is this. You got to understand something. That when you were created, okay, all of us, every single information that you need to be successful, that you need to create, whatever what you want, was already encoded in your genetic code, in your DNA. So if you think about it, you already have all the tools you need to live a marvelous life. The only reason you don't access it because you were deceived by your intellect or analytical mind. You were deceived by your family, your friends, the media, co-workers, reality, society, matrix. You were deceived to believe that struggle, I'm not good enough, is not good enough. You were deceived to what? To compare yourself with others. That's the worst mistake you could do. That will definitely destroy your manifestation. Self-comparison and self-doubt are two best friends. Two best friends, man. You know why? Because here's the big picture now. Every individual is here in their own bubble universe. What that person's doing over there is none of my business. What I'm doing over here is none of his business. What people think of you is none of your business. It's their opinion, it's their business. You ever hear that saying? What somebody else thinks of me is none of my business. It's really true, because here's how it works. When we start to compare, we activate self-doubt. And we see someone and we say, oh man, damn, they're doing so good. What's wrong with me? Why can't I be like them? What's the point here? You give up your power, just like this water now. You become stagnant, man. You stop creating now. You start now becoming stagnant, and you start to focus on those people and their stuff. You're not you anymore. You're a phantom now. You're like a robot, a bot. Now you're comparing. It's never going to work. If you compare yourself to other people, you take yourself from your true passion. So don't ever compare. Everyone has the same ability. Everyone's infinite. That person, whatever they're doing, that's their purpose. That's part of them. You can create your own. But see, what caused that is we were described and we were taught as kids to always look up and compare with other people. That's a bad thing. The only time you're going to compare to people is for motivation, to incite you, to make you feel good. That's the only time you do self-comparison. Never self-compare yourself with people because of what they have or what you don't have. You're going to create that doubt. So you see that? So that self-doubt is very, very powerful, right? See that? If you stop making that mistake, if you start every day seeing the image of you or what you want in your life, you're going to create it. Because again, all of this is part of a big scheme of things. It's just one fluidity. You're water. Your whole body is water. Your heart and your brain is water. Your energy in its form or truest, purest form. So what you have to understand is that you don't need to doubt yourself. Just trust and believe in yourself. If you can't believe in yourself, start to see in your mind that it's possible. And then you build the belief. And then surround yourself with inspirational stuff. Things that will motivate you and inspire you. Because once you do that, you activate your electromagnetic power, or what I call also your creative magnetic energy, the energy to create and manifest. And that will start to come in, and then you will see your whole life. See that? And the most important point I want to leave you with too is this. You have your higher version of yourself. So that's the most powerful part. A lot of people aren't connected to that part. The reason they're connected to that part because they're plugged into what I call this matrix of this false prism of reality. And once you're plugged in, it's really hard for you to plug out because everything around you just shows you evidence that it's true. Your mind is so tricky and it's so smart that it will bring things into your life to show you that it's true. The people will struggle around you and you'll say it's true. But again, that's all an illusion. It's a perception. It's a perspective. If you can change it, then you can change the whole game or the whole field. So there you go. So now you know, stop making that mistake. All right? Thanks, guys.